Hey YouTube, today I'm coming back with another deck profile. So this one is going to be on the updated Ancient Dragon Tachikaze. So Ancient Dragons is still like one of the better Tachikaze decks out there. The other one being the Rex build, and then there's the GB2 build. So Ancient Dragons is the one that I always kind of stuck with through thick and thin. Built them right around the same time when Seal Dragons came out back in set 11 of BT. The olden days of Vanguard with Seal Dragons Unleashed. That's when they came out. Then they got the Legion later on, which is a lot better. But they've always been really good. Now that they have Engorge ability, which is kind of already what the clan did, which is essentially cannibalizing their own stuff to gain power. I think it works really well. So this one's going to focus on Spino, the Spino keyword, but it's still relatively, overall, it's Ancient Dragon. So very similar to my Regalia deck, whereas Regalia is the Ancient Dragon equivalent from Genesis. So we have three Ancient Dragon Spino Commando. So this is the new Spino Dragon's new form. He's Spino Commando now. He got promoted. In this form, he's really tough. Essentially, the most ideal situation is to break ride him on top of your break ride, which would be Spinodriver. So I'm running 3 Spinodriver. Both of them work really well together. And again, with a total of 6 Spinos in the name, there's some support cards that do benefit from that. The other grade 3 that I'm running, you can run 2 or 3 of this. It doesn't really matter. I am running 3 because I have no Stride enablers in this deck. So I'm running 9 grade 3s, is Tyranno Quake. So the Legion, this is arguably the better Legion. So this on top of the break rate is also still relatively strong. So yeah, 9 grade 3, it is what it is. But it's Ancient Dragon. It's a pretty fun deck. That's basically it. And then for the grade 2s, 4 Ancient Dragon Tyranno Bite. This is the Legion mate for Tyranno Quake. So really good skill. When he gets retired, you can kind of also want to call him back. Next, 4 of this new support card that actually works for Spino. This would be really good with the Legion if it was not Spino restricted, but I do see why they did it to try to force people to play the new Spino with Spino Dragon. So 4 of him. He's essentially a restanding rear guard, which is really annoying. And he's a weird looking card, but ideally, if you're running Legion like me, maybe only 2 of this would be enough, but I do like the restand. Maybe 2 of the 12k Ancient Dragon and 2 of this would be good. But definitely 4 of this, the first guy. And then 3, Dino Crowd. Dino Crowd is really good Ancient Dragon from BT11. Basically, when he can engorge when he attacks a Vanguard, he can engorge 1 unit and gain 5k. So you can like swing with this, attack with him, retire this, call this back up, so get extra attacks. So very combo-y, and then this thing also can like combo. So very good. This guy builds power columns, this thing gets you extra attacks. And then this also self-reviving gets extra attacks. That's the grade 2 lineup. For the grade 1s, 1 Quintet Wall, Ancient Dragon Rock Mine. Because of Legion, it's still viable in here. But if you don't want to run it, you can run 4 of the Parsual Ancient Dragon. I recommend running the Ancient Dragon ones because you do want to be able to have your special counterblast, especially since Spino Commando does have an special counterblast 1. 3 limit break enablers primarily for Spino Commando and your break ride plays. So this way you don't have to go all the way to 4 damage if you don't want to stride instead. But it's not really 100% required, I would say, because you do want to stride. So if you don't want to run this, you could run stride enabler if you want, instead of limit break enabler. Next, 3 Ancient Dragon Naudo Tank. This is Nodo Tank. This is their unflip engine. So a special counterblast 1 Ancient Dragon. Again, because of having to use Ancient Dragon keyword, that's the other reason why I would run these type of Sentinels. This is also Ancient Dragon over the newer ones. And then the last grade 1 is Iguanogorg. So he has the same effect as the Legion mate. When he's retired, you can counterblast one, call him back up. Only requirements for these guys is that you have to have Ancient Dragon Vanguards. For the trigger lineup, it is 4 Ancient Dragon Dino Dial, so that's the best critical trigger they've got. 4 of the Ancient Dragon Flame Maiden, 2 of the Black Cannon Tiger, and then here's where I change up a little bit. I did introduce 2 stand triggers, Ancient Dragon stand triggers that are basically the same effect as this, mainly because I do want to improve the chances for these guys being able to do their effects. And now that we do have unflip capability with this new grade 1, it's not that big of a deal. This guy also can potentially unflip and fill the soul. So I feel like this is pretty good. I mean, only 2 stands, so you don't have to worry too much about your attack order. It won't really mess it up all that much. You still get multiple attacks anyway, so you can keep that in mind. You can play around that a little bit, especially with this guy in the deck. And then 4 Ancient Dragon heals. And then 1 of the new Ancient Dragon, relatively new. I know the deck is being posted a little bit late. These cards have been out for a while now, but this is the new, I'm just trying out Ancient Dragon Baby Bird. I think this is the better one. I wouldn't recommend running the Legion one because the deck isn't really Legion focused that much. Legion is kind of there to get the big play and to recycle triggers back into the deck. So there's that going for it. So yeah, that's the main deck. For a Stride deck, we're running 1 Ancient Dragon Pearly Titan. He's the Ancient Dragon Stride unit. It's relatively good. 1 Madu because of the Legion. So you can essentially stride for free when you're in Legion. And you can recycle any of the, like this or whatever. 2 Grado Gigant. He has Engorge. He's from Fighters Collection. Then 3 Arch Raider. He was from the an older Fighters Collection. He's the on-hit. And then 4, because don't really have anything else for them, 4 Destructive Equipment Hammer Gawal. This is a pretty budget Stride unit with Engorge. So 4 of that. Then 4 Iron Armor Chancellor Dimorpho Phalanx. And 1 Desmel. Desmel just to protect rear guards such as this or whatever. So anyway, guys, the only other thing I could probably think of changing is maybe like drop this and put another Sentinel, like maybe one of these, or make it like that. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think of Ancient Dragons in terms of how good they are, and let me know in the comments, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.